All right, everybody, we are going live. Where are my co-hosts? I'm like,
what's up, friends?
Hi.
We need some music.
I know.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We do.
Welcome. Look at these.
Hello, women.
Oh, it's so nice to see everybody's face.
Wow, this is amazing.
And men. I'm sure there are men on here too.
Yes.
Hello,
I
everybody.
see Lee. I see one.
Wow, look at the numbers climbing. We're at 70 people coming in. Whew.
Woo, the frequency rising. We can feel
Yeah.
it.
This is amazing. Anna, do you want me to kick off or should we give it another minute for folks to join?
Let's give it a minute.
Okay.
I just wish we had some music going. Who can sing?
Not me.
Oh, I'm not very well. I mean,
I'll leave that to someone else.
yeah.
When you're streaming to Facebook, you can't play the music because then it mutes it out. So next time.
Next time.
Yeah.
Here we go. 81, still climbing. So let's give it a minute.
Yeah. It's so good to see everybody coming in.
Yes, let us know in the chat box where you're tuning in from, what you're most excited about. So give us a word and give us where you're from.
I love it. I love it.
People still dropping in. We have Alberta. We have, oh my goodness, it's moving so fast. We got Australia, Kelowna, Vancouver, Ottawa, Ancaster, Dundas. Whoa, we are moving fast. Toronto, Japan, Nova Scotia. Oh my goodness. Sikamoose, Calgary. Wow.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yukon.
Yukon.
Oh.
Love
People still jumping in. We'll give it one more minute. I love this. Montreal, Costa Rica.
Yeah, Helen. That's right.
Shay's in Costa Rica right now too.
Yeah. That's
We
so
have
great.
Huntsville. I cannot pronounce that name in Alberta. Maybe you can, Sarah.
Airdrie.
Airdrie. Oh, no. Oh my goodness, more coming in. All right, this is awesome. Give us one word. How are you feeling? Drop it in the chat box. Activated for me. Whew.
Totally.
Switched
I'm
on.
excited.
Expanded
Ready.
for me. This is so expansive. Holy smokes, everyone.
Pumped, optimistic, fired up. Woo. Belonging.
Longing.
Oh, I love that.
Ashley.
Intrigued.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm still admitting
Pumped.
people, you guys, like I'm like clicking on the button. Whoa, we're at 98. This is incredible. Curious, intrigued, beautiful. All right, what do you guys think? I will be here on standby, letting more incredible souls in as Sarah kicks it off.
Ready to go?
Spotlight for everybody. Okay, I got you spotlighted.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself. Keep letting beautiful souls in. You kick it away, girl.
All right, welcome everyone. I don't even know what to say because I'm just so excited and so grateful that Anna connected me with this experience. And I'm honored to be able to kick off this call today. This is something that came onto my radar, came into my space. And for those that are familiar with me, you know that I'm very intuitive. I'm like a hell yes, or it's a hell no. There's really not a whole lot in between for me. And I'm also someone who really feels things. When I know something's right, when I know something's good, I'm someone who doesn't really need the full picture because my whole body's just saying, yes, go, run. This is the thing. So when Anna and I were having a conversation about this beautiful opportunity, Anna was explaining to me all these. I'm like, Anna, just, what do I do? How do I get in? What do I do? What do I got to do? So it just felt so aligned, and it honestly couldn't have come at a better time especially with just how everything has been feeling in our world over the last couple of years, where some of you, depending on your purpose for being here or the way you found yourself coming into this space, you may have experienced a plethora of things over the last couple of years that have made you start wondering, what can I do for myself right now? How can I enhance my health? How can I bolster myself? How can I strengthen myself? How can I position myself in this world that allows me to feel more sturdy? How can I ground myself more? How can I feel this deep sense of self-trust that regardless of what chaos is happening all around us right now, how can I lay the groundwork for a strong foundation for myself? A lot of people come into my space because specifically I work with people to support their business building initiatives, to be able to create financial foundations for themselves. And to ultimately, my program is called Monetize Your Mind. So what can we do with the resources that we have and the magic that we all hold in order to create independence for ourselves, in order to create wealth for ourselves? Ultimately, because that gives us more choices. So when this opportunity came into my field and it was hitting on all the things that I stand for so fiercely in all that I do, and is just so deeply aligned with the values that are really true and important for me. This was something that I jumped into without even fully understanding all of the things that Anna was beautifully explaining to me that day, because it was just something that was palpably felt. So to have this many of you in this space with us tonight, I mean, we have a group chat where we're like, oh my God, like this is the energy that's circulating this week. And what's so fascinating to me is that our world right now feels heavy. Like, I think we just all need to call it what it is. It is, there's a lot of darkness, guys. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of things that can make us really want to contract and shrink and go into these lower vibrational states. And the problem with that is we're less likely to find solutions. We're less likely to feel strong. We're less likely to just be able to live our lives the way that we want to live our lives when we're in that state. So knowing that so many of you have showed up for this call, it makes me so damn happy and gives me so much hope, because there's so many of you that are looking for solutions. And this is what this is all about. In my opinion, this is the solution that so many people are looking for. And I'm so excited about what Anna's just about to present to you. If you are coming into this presentation tonight because you are like, oh man, I just know that there's something more I could be doing. I know that there's a better way. I know that there are opportunities for me to be able to enhance my health, enhance my wealth, and drive my independence. I'm really excited for what you're about to learn this evening. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Anna. But before I do, a couple housekeeping things, just so that we can serve as many people as we can on this call. We are going to have a Q&A at the end. We do have the beautiful Rebecca here with us tonight. Thank you, Rebecca, for being here to record the questions that are coming in. So if you have a question that comes up and you want us to address it later on in the call, pop it in the chat. We will get to as many as we can. We're going to cap it to about 10 to 15 minutes because we know with this number of people on the call, we could probably talk about this till midnight tonight because we enjoy it so much. But we will cap it to 10, 15 minutes. Rebecca will be taking everything down and we will respond to you at the end. Anne is going to lead into a beautiful presentation. Christy and Shay are going to dive into some of their experiences with this opportunity, and then we will close out this evening. So I'll hand it over to Anna now.
I love that. Thank you so much. Now, here's the thing. People are still dropping in. We're at 1:36. So as I dive into the presentation, fingers crossed that I can still let people in. This recording, you will receive the link to if there's someone that you want to share it with in your community. Awareness is absolutely everything. We're also streaming it into a Facebook community. So I am just going to spotlight myself so that you can see me. And again, thank you so much for being here. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Anna Lozano. I am a multifaceted entrepreneur. Just very quickly, I was a good little girl growing up and did what my parents told me to do. So I studied hard, got good grades, went to university, started the corporate route. As I got there, I was like, what the fuck is this? So that started my journey into entrepreneurship in 2010. And interestingly enough, the gateway for entrepreneurship for me was through network marketing. So in 2010, I said yes to another network marketing company. And I have been very loyal and devoted to this company for over a decade. Now, it truly transformed my life, and I have a deep passion for network marketing, as I do believe it is a gateway into entrepreneurship. When Sarah and I talk about monetizing your mind, I mean, absolutely, there is an opportunity for all of us. But what if you could plug into a system that is already created for you with a product that you're wildly obsessed with? It makes the entrepreneurial journey much easier. So that was my adventure. That's how I landed into entrepreneurship. And in 2017, I launched a product-based company called Love Powered Co. My co-founder and I created beautiful and meaningful affirmation cards for families and kids. We're at Indigo. We partnered with Jillian Harris. We had incredible success with our product-based company, which last Friday we officially sold. And the timing of this was truly fascinating because as we were finalizing the deal, and it had always been a dream and vision of mine to be a founder who launched and scaled and sold a product-based company, Healy landed into my awareness. Now, I will be completely transparent with you. I was quite resistant. I was very loyal to my other network marketing company, and for me, integrity is absolutely everything. However, as I started to see more, I coach female founders on frequency. I talk about multiple streams of revenue, and I knew that there was something here to explore. If we could make frequency tangible, that to me is the future. So I jumped in 6 weeks ago, and our team vision is self-led leaders leading self-led leaders. And I have absolute goosebumps because the women and men jumping into the Frequency Collective are absolutely incredible human beings. I would say yes to this opportunity simply because of the community. But let's get into the more details because there is so much more that comes into this. And I'm just so activated to share with you all of the details. So if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. We've heard this quote before: frequency medicine is the future. I feel that we are on the leading edge of health, healing, and wellness with this partnership. Science now proves that universe and everything in it, including us, is made up of energy. We are working with the foundational. If every single one of us is energy, if everything around us is energy, and we can support ourselves with frequencies, can you feel the potential of this? Like literally, these goosebumps will not go away. Just tune into the infinite possibilities when we start truly playing with energy and frequency, and that it can support us, if we allow it to support us, to grow our finances, to improve our health, to allow ourselves to plug into the quantum. We hear these things, but over the last 6 weeks, myself and my business partners, we have literally been plugged into the quantum. I have never experienced growth in entrepreneurship like this. It is mind-blowing. So let me just move us up here. This is really cool because this is what it's all about. The human body is comprised of 9 systems. These are tissues and organs, cells, molecules, atoms, subatomic particles, and at the foundational level, energy and frequency. And with Healy, we're targeting our energetic frequency, our personal vibration. And I just wrote a post on this on Instagram today. You can check it out, but it says, if we focus on elevating our frequency, we are no longer controllable. We can't be manipulated. We will not allow fear to take over. We own our energetic frequency. We get to choose it. And now we have a tool that can support us. Can you think and tune into and tap into the possibilities of that statement? So what does the Healy actually do? So this little device, we like to call it our little manifesting device. First, it analyzes, there's 2 apps. The blue app analyzes specific frequencies in the body that are causing bioenergetic imbalances. Can you guys see me letting people in as I'm talking? Can you guys see that, or is it just me? Like, we're at 148 people, and as I'm talking, I'm letting people in, like quantum, we're playing in the quantum. So back to this. Blue app analyzes specific frequencies in the body that are causing bioenergetic imbalances. Anything and everything that is out of alignment, anything that is not in coherence of our perfect energetic blueprint. So if you know human design, this works with our energetic blueprints, our perfection. And then it says, hey, what's out of balance right now? Let's bring it back into balance. So then the Healy delivers specific frequencies back to the body to bring the body back into bioenergetic balance. Yeah, it's like magic. I will talk a little bit about the science, but we got lots of videos. If that's the evidence that you need, we got you covered. There is 10.1 million frequencies housed in this little device. And the really fascinating part is if Sarah, Christy, Shay, and myself were running the same program. So say we all wanted to sleep deliciously tonight and we chose the sleep program, the frequencies that each of us received would be completely different. The first 10 minutes of the frequencies running, it's sending frequencies and our body says, accept, reject, accept, reject, accept, reject. And then it sends the perfect frequencies for us, for our individual self, to bring us back into coherence. And then there's a patented part of the device that's called a quantum sensor. There are other devices out there like this in the marketplace, not through the network marketing industry, but the quantum sensor is unique to Healy. And there's over 300 different programs in this. So I am going to allow, let's see here, I'm still letting people in, my loves. We're going to share some stories, but let's see here. If you're seeking more energy, if you're looking to bring your hormones into balance, if you're looking to realign, rebalance your chakras, if you're looking to protect your energetic frequency, if you're going out into big crowds, if you're dealing with menopause or menstruation issues, maybe sleep is something that you want to target. Really, whatever your desire with your own optimal health and wellness is, there is a frequency to support you. And we're going to learn more about that through the testimonials as well. But really, it's fascinating. And there's 3 main programs with the Healy. So the first one is really looking and tapping into these programs. So it analyzes what you need right now, then recommends one of these programs that is of the highest resonance for you. You choose the program and start running the frequencies. The frequencies run between 20 to 60 minutes. The next program is the aura scan. So literally you are scanning your aura, your energetic field, and then it comes back and says, well, your crown chakra right now could use a little extra love. So you send your crown chakra frequencies to come back into balance, to start functioning optimally. And then we have the coaching app. So anyone who's already an entrepreneur, potentially runs a coaching business, this is also fascinating. So with the coaching module, you set your intention. So I am so happy and grateful now that $100,000 months, and I like to play big, $100,000 months are my norm, and they come with ease and flow. What the Healy does is it analyzes right now me and all of the subconscious blocks, patterns, habits, things that I am not in the now aware of that are standing in between me and that intention. And then guess what? I run frequencies to unwind, unblock all of those things. Anyone else like mind blown? So by the way, I send those $100,000 month frequencies to our entire collective. Why? I will talk about that at the very end of the presentation, but just keep in mind, this is your sisterhood and you're fully supported in it. Ooh, where's my presentation? So the Healy works on all aspects of the human body and the human experience, the physical, the mental, the emotional, meridians, chakras, learning, beauty, fitness, wealth, connection, relationships, and productivity. So really, anything that you desire right now to bring back into coherence, it can take care of it for you. So real people, real results. I am going to just quickly stop share so that we can see your beautiful faces, but I'm going to call on Christy. I am going to add you as a spotlight. Hello, my love. And I would love for you, Christy, to introduce yourself. You know, why did you say yes to this? And share one of your favorite programs that you've been running as a successful entrepreneurist.
I would love to. Hello, everyone. 144 souls. This is so incredible to be a part of. I feel like all of my worlds are colliding in this moment in time. And as I said to Sarah Blacka yesterday, who was in town to help me launch Healy in person in Burlington, Ontario. So I'm in Ontario. I said to her, because I've been a multi-passionate entrepreneur for over 12 years, I said, I feel like I've been in training for this moment in time now, especially for those of you who are in Canada. I'm sure we have people in other countries as well here, but for this ground floor opportunity in Canada. And I literally just got off a call with 13 other women who were also like a very similar call to this, in the spiritual world, the light workers, the empaths, the healers, the medicine women, like the Reiki practitioners, the yoga, instructors, the reach of this that it is magnetizing in is blowing my mind. So a little bit about me. My name is Christy King-Para. I'm a mom. I'm engaged to the man of my dreams. We have this like busy, bustling, blended family. We decided to leave urban lifestyle. I'm like this born and raised city girl who moved out to the country for a more kind of simpler homesteading way of life in Caledonia, Ontario, on a few acres. So we're kind of in the middle of renovating and learning how to do our first garden at home this year, and all of the different things that this world has, over the last few years, this journey has really brought us to in this moment in time. But in my, business and career world, I became an entrepreneur in the network marketing space when my babies were young. They're 11 and 9 now. So when I pivoted my business out of network marketing and into the coaching and mentoring space, I launched a brand and a company called the Expanded Soul Movement. Get this. The mission of it is a movement of souls, of women, the spiritually led entrepreneurs dedicated to expanding their consciousness and raising their vibration, and, doing so here, returning home to their soul's truth so that they can go out and make the impact that they have on the world in their aligned way, speaking their truth, being a walking embodiment of who they are and what they stand for in their lives, in their homes, in their relationships, with their work. So when this opportunity with Healy came into my awareness as someone who's been in network marketing and as someone who does this work in the world that I'm so lit up by, I had been watching, because it's actually been in my awareness since the beginning of this year, but I had been waiting and watching. I knew it launched in Canada in July, when this gorgeous goddess, Anna, said, she used the word frequency on a story, and the rest is history, because I literally attacked her DMs and was like, you're in, aren't you? And Anna and I, like, we had known each other. I had watched her. I'd been inspired by her. I had seen her build these beautiful businesses, and I knew that there was this opportunity in Canada. And so I'm like, let's go, woman. I had a few questions for her specifically. Tell me, we're in this beautiful, pure lineage of leaders where there's systems and there's all these things in place for if you are interested in the business side, that it's the ease and flow is already there and built in. And that was a hell yes. And then, and then it was just like, okay, let me get my device. So let me speak about this, because whether you're interested in this little device from the personal standpoint or the business opportunity, either of them can bring this expansion to your life. And for me personally, in using it for the last 30 days or so, I have felt more grounded. I have felt more energized. I am sleeping better. I'm in between like events, like in between 2 retreats, and added this in-person event into my schedule yesterday, which like even my fiance was like, you're really overscheduled these like last 48 hours. I'm like, I know, like, when's the last time I've done this? But I feel so supported by this frequency, and my inner, like, I'm so lit up. I am so lit up by how this has layered in and just added and amplified into what I already do, the work I do in the world. And not only that, what it's given my family. So I am feeling this way, and I've been able to use the device on my kids, my boys. My one little son is like, I want to get a scan my chakras. Like they get it. The kids get it. And I came home from the retreat Sunday night, just a quick little testimonial about, utilizing it with your family members, because I really speak about like, becoming self-sustainable and being less reliant on systems and healthcare and all of those things, that having this little device for our like supporting our family's health and wellness is like priceless. Actually, like I'd pay more than what I paid for this device to have this freedom in my home. I came home and Carl had some food poisoning or a stomach bug, asked me to pick up Pepto-Bismol on the way home, which I did. But then when I got home, I'm like, let me run a frequency on you. So we ran the gastrointestinal frequency program on him, and he woke up feeling better the next day. And he hadn't yet, I'd like to believe that this medicine helped, So that is my little voice and my share to this. It's so nice to be here. And like I said, I just feel like the worlds are colliding, and it's this beautiful moment in time to say yes to. And I'll just leave on this note before I pass it over to Shay, so you can hear a little bit more about her holy yes. This for me was similar to what Sarah said. It was just a full body. I don't know all of the info yet. And I'm not trying to say don't do your research, because absolutely do your research, but just go inward and trust. And for me, it was just a full body, holy yes that I have not regretted for 1 second. And I'm so happy to be a part of this conversation tonight. So thank you. Shay, over to you.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
It's so good to be here and being able to come on and share with you guys. You can see I'm still flashing, so I'm not finished running the frequency I'm doing right now, which I'm running an energizing one. I thought it was very fitting for today, so I thought I would run that. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Shay Invidiata. I'm originally from Oakville, just outside of Toronto, and I am currently living in Costa Rica right now. So that's a very long story, but there's so much alignment in the area that I'm in, the vibrational frequencies that are already here. And so when Anna called me and sent me a message, I've done a lot of this work over probably about 5 years from now, and Anna didn't know that. But with certain things that her and I share on Instagram, and if you follow me If you've seen things that I've posted over the last 2 years, it's been an intentional encouragement, I would say, to remind people that we get to choose who we are surrounded by, and we get to choose the frequency that we are a part of or not. You know, we've all been in a scenario where we walk in the room and you're like, oh, the energy is just not good here. Like something feels off. And the past 2 years has kind of been like that for me. And I've encouraged people how to find the tools and find the resources within, and not outsourcing your trust and not looking to others to basically make what I call CEO decisions, which are just leadership final calls on your life, right? Like that's what CEOs do. They have the final say, they're in leadership. And the past 2 years really for me has been encouraging people to become the CEO of their life. And I'm very passionate about that. I've been an entrepreneur, still am an entrepreneur, but in business for a long time, grew up in an entrepreneurial household. I'm in real estate as a realtor for about 16 years now. I have a nonprofit that I founded 12 years ago. And I'm really, really big into all things like toxic free, chemical free, clean living. And unlike some of the women in this circle where you know, when you hear of like yoga practitioner and Reiki master and a health and wellness coach, and maybe you're on this call going, I'm none of those things. I'm none of those things either. You know, I've always been in business, and instead of monetizing off of health and wellness, I brought that into my business. And really, I've been on this like quest for 15 years of the more you level up your health in all areas of your life, you will find greater success. You become a better daughter. My mom's on the call. Maybe she can attest to that. You become a better daughter. You become a better partner to your partner. If you're a mom, to your kids, you know, you show up differently in front of your clients. I always tell people, and I tell my agents as well, you are your first client and you are your most important client, because how you show up to serve other people is what matters the most. And if I don't take care of myself, then what do I have to give? And so I've always made it a priority of how I can optimize my health. How can I level up? And that's in all things. It's not just like going to the gym or what we eat, but it's the water we drink, where you get your food from, what you are reading, what you're meditating on. If you don't meditate, encourage you to have those practices, but implementing these disciplines into daily life, these rituals, if you will, that help us to optimize and level up. And the more you can become in control of your life and the decisions you make, and not needing to outsource your decisions or outsource your trust, the more you will find freedom in your own life. And so, you know, I shared in the beginning, I've used frequency medicine before, where I've used it like in a goggle format. Some of you guys might be familiar with Brain Tap, and it's great. But if you've seen it, like I said, there are these big goggles and you can't quite, you're not walking around, you're sitting mobile for however long the program is. Other things that I've used are going to actual practitioners to receive treatment, which is not a bad thing. But when Anna, you know, showed up in my inbox and was like, babe, I have something that I think you're going to love. She didn't need to say much beyond the word frequency. She's like, I've got like this like frequency device. I was like, I'm in. I don't even know what else she's going to say, but knowing Anna, and if you guys are, you know, on this call don't know who Anna is, like she is just such a beautiful powerhouse female. And I'm obsessed with Love Powered Co. And even though congratulations that she just sold the company, you should still buy the affirmation deck, because it very much complements even what we're using here today, right? And speaking those affirmations, clearing out blocks if they come up. And, you know, that's actually how we first connected. And so because of how brilliant Anna is in this product space and knowing who she is, when she said to me, I don't know if you know like frequency, but like, I really feel like you would vibe in it. I was just like, tell me more, you know, and that's really where this journey began for myself. And I dove in the beginning of August, And I have had my device probably for about 5 weeks now. And it's been amazing because, you know, I don't share this with too many people. I don't even know how many people are on the call right now, 133, but okay, I'm going to do it. So I have an energy healer, and what I thought would be very interesting is to run the aura scans, because if you don't know what an energy healer is, that's a conversation for a different day. But at the beginning of my call with her, she will scan my chakras and tell me what's off, what's not in alignment, what's open, what's small, what's beautiful, what's not. So I said, you know what, like, let me compare, let me run a frequency, see what this Healy device says versus what my energy healer says. They weren't exact, but they were like 97%. It was actually pretty impressive. And at the end of my session, my girl, she always does a clearing, which has to do with breath work, you know, to clear and realign the chakras. And so then I ran that frequency afterwards to the vibrational frequency to then fully come into alignment. And so I've done a lot of that type of work over this past month of emotional rebalancing, releasing things. There's a weight programs, there's multiple weight programs. I am running that a lot. For those of you, obviously, who there's so many people on here that don't know me, I removed my breast implants in March of this year. And breast implants, no matter how good of a product you have, carry so many neurotoxins and carcinogens, and basically are incubating in the body. And I had mine for 11 years. So I have thyroid issues, I have inflammation issues, I have all kinds of issues that I'm not even aware of. And this is actually what started me on this body hack years ago into the frequency medicine space. Because as some of you might know, when we supplement our diets, which you should be supplementing, it's ministering at a cellular level. But this goes to the core of like who we are, you know, as science tells us, and as we know, everything is energy. And so that's where I had started in this body hack, was bringing in frequency medicine into my journey. And so because of my removal right now, I'm running a lot of the toxin programs, the fat, not degradation, but it's like basically like a releasing, trying to remove inflammation and toxins out of fat, because that's where our toxins are stored, in fat, you know. So I think one of the things for me is, if you follow me on Instagram, if I look really good by December, you know, the Healy's also helping with that. Obviously, you still got to do the work, but I'm intentionally running these programs, even for my scars that I have. I've been using the electrodes to help break down scar tissue, to help my scars heal and be as invincible as possible. So that's kind of my experience so far. I think what would be really cool too is, you know, maybe we'll do another one of these in 6 months, because we'll all have incredible stories as to where things have progressed to. What else can I tell you? I think that's kind of really it. You know,
Amazing. I love that. That is potent, girl.
yeah, you know, and I think like the times we're living in right now, you know, I'll just say this one thing, just like food for thought for anybody on the call. Not just becoming the CEO of your own life and your health, and not outsourcing your trust, but being able to take something like this and create financial independence for yourself, even if you don't give up, you know, your other job or career, or whatever you're going on, but this is an added stream of revenue. It is so smart to have at least 3 to 5, because when things go like this in a roller coaster in life, you want to be able to, when one is retreating, the other hopefully is excelling, or at least plateauing. And there's so much freedom in that, when you aren't acting out of fear and you're not being reactional to circumstances, but you can take a step back and go, I'm just going to stay in my power right now, because I'm good. I've got finances over here. So we're going to make a proper, very calm decision. And you can take time to make those decisions, because you've put yourself in that place of stability. And so that was the other, you know, reason for me, where it was like, I already love this device personally, but opening this up for the business opportunity and bringing in more financial freedom for women. I freaking love that. Like, I love that, seeing women rise up. Yeah. And Sarah's giving me the dance. I could see her. She's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, and who knows, you could come down to Costa Rica and we can do Healy with me down here. So there's so many good opportunities, and I'm just grateful to be here. As Anna started off, the community alone, I will attest, if nothing else, then the device, the community of women and the caliber of women that you're meeting within Healy is just absolutely mind blowing. And I think that's what I'm actually most grateful for, truthfully. So I'll turn it back over to you, Anna. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So potent, so powerful. Let me just get back in here. We're going to continue on with the presentation. There's lots of questions being dropped in, which is amazing. But I also want you just to tune in. We've shared a lot. How long have we been on for? 41 minutes. So just tune in. Like, what's speaking to you? Is it the community? Is it the financial opportunity? Is it the product? What's feeling, like intuitively, what's resonating with you? So we're going to just finish off with just a few more slides. Then we're going to open it up to Q&A. The founder of Healy is Marcus Schmiecki. He is German. He is the inventor and founder of TimeWaver. So if you have ever been to Europe to see a health practitioner, TimeWaver is essentially this device, but massive. So you go to receive frequencies. Now, that was his initial product that he invented, and then had an aha moment of, I want to bring this device to millions of homes around the world. He is a quantum physicist who turned monk for 12 years in order to bridge science and spirituality. There is numerous videos by Marcus on YouTube, and they are fascinating. So if quantum physics, if quantum science, if anything that is in your wheelhouse, if that's what you want to soak up, go to YouTube, find the video, reach out to the person who invited you. We have all of the tools. Now, who he partnered with to launch Healy is a multi-billionaire. So this company has a lot of money behind it. We know that is important when building business. We need money to build successful businesses. The beautiful thing about Christian Helper is that he is a conscious investor. He only invests in companies like Healy and whatever other companies he's invested in that truly leave a mark on the planet. So why Healy? Why now? This is what activates me. I am obsessed with the product. I run the frequencies on myself at least 3 times a day. I run the frequencies on my kids. Just a quick story. They're both at this little Waldorf school in Kelowna. And I'm this mom who's like sitting outside at the cafe working. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to check Sophie's chakras. Sophie's heart chakra was low this morning. So I'm like, ooh, I'm going to send her heart chakra frequencies. And then I ran Maya and I'm like, shit, Maya's heart chakra is quite low too. So again, I'm working outside this cafe, probably 5 minutes from the school, running frequencies to the girls before I started any work this morning. But it's a tool that has just been a beautiful complement to welcome into our home. But from the business side of things, I know that every single one of us, Sarah, Shay, Christy, and myself, are so aligned with elevating wealth consciousness, with supporting women and men who are consciously aware to building financial wealth. Because when that part is taken care of, you have full power, you have control, and you are not controllable. And so when I called Sarah, I said, Sarah, I know you teach incredible things, but what if we can show people another tool that will allow them to build wealth? Now, you guys, the most, again, here come the goosebumps. The most incredible thing about Healy right now is that this is a ground level opportunity. Healy launched into Canada 10 days ago. And the reason why I'm running these 100K month frequencies to the collective is because I truly believe with every single cell of my being at the frequency level, at my core, that anyone who jumps in with us right now in this first 12 months, we are going to create generational wealth. Like, this is confirmation. I have no doubt in my mind, no doubt in my mind. We are here to create generational wealth for ourselves, for our children. As we raise the frequency of the planet, we create the new earth. This is what we are here to do. Whew. Sarah, I'm going to pass it to you to open up the Q&A, but ground level opportunity. And if you've ever built a network marketing business, you know what that means. It doesn't happen often. I watched doTERRA launch into Canada because the woman who was launching it into Canada was from my hometown. And I said, holy fuck, if an opportunity like that comes into my field, I will just dive in. And I know that this is this opportunity.
I just put a comment. I just put a comment in the chat saying my goosebumps are the size of golf balls right now. Like, when you started going off about this ground level opportunity, like, this is where my wheelhouse really comes in. So Anna and I were joking because we have created such a beautiful system for people to just enter into this opportunity with so much, Christy used the words ease and flow, because we have network marketing experience. We know what this can be like if we don't have consciousness around everything that we're doing and intention behind everything that we're doing. We've all been in network marketing in some way, shape, or form. And just knowing that this is the timing right now is so beautiful. And I saw a question earlier up on in the chat. I was like, oh yes. What happens when people don't align with like the terms like frequencies and energies and chakras? And this is what Anna and I were joking about, because Anna is someone who's very much in that divine feminine entrepreneurship. And I'm someone who is in the divine masculine entrepreneurship. So we have such different approaches, but still this opportunity spoke to both of us because we understand the importance of energy and frequency in everything that is literally facing us in our own reality, because we are the creator of our own reality. And our energy is the constant. It's the thing that comes with us and takes part in everything that we do. And if there's anyone on from my community, you know that I speak about this book all the freaking time. It is called The Answer. It literally was glowing on my bookshelf one day. It's been there for 6 years. And all of a sudden I saw it for the first time, literally no joke, about a month ago. And this book is the most delicious thing I've ever read. It also speaks to this exact thing. So you can't even deny the fact that the alignment is happening for this opportunity, because this book starts out by saying you have to understand that at the root of everything is consciousness, and consciousness is energy. So when we think about ideas and the conscious things that we think about and the actions that we take and the things we do and the things we speak, there's a root to all of it. And it is energy. It's the thing that puts everything in motion. So this, to me, from a health standpoint, from a life fulfillment standpoint, from a business success standpoint, is something that is obviously, because if we can hack the root and really get into the energy of everything that literally allows us to function and show up in the world, then what on earth are we freaking capable of? So when Anna starts talking about wealth creation, this is where my wheelhouse comes in, because I am an advocate for multiple streams of income. I am an advocate. Anna said, what was the word you used? You can't be controlled. I use the word unmanipulatable all the time in my own content. And that comes with independence. The more independent we are, the less easy it is to be manipulated and controlled. And I know that so many of us on this call have felt the impact of that over the last couple of years. But when we tap into this, you guys can feel this energy. And I get asked a lot, they're like, how do you show up like this when there's so much carnage going around? And it's because I understand the critical importance of frequency. Even before Healy came into my space, mine just got here today, guys. So like, I'm a total product noob, but I can see the larger picture at play here. And the question that I wanted to address, and I'll start getting into a couple more here and then call upon some of the speakers, is what happens when people don't understand all these words that we're using. And that can be the difficult part, especially when you get into the world of network marketing. I was that person that thought that everyone should have a protein shake. That was me, totally, like 6, 7, 8 years ago. And then people were like, why though? And what I didn't understand about the entrepreneurial aspect of a product that I personally loved, I was with Isagenix, is that it's not meant for everyone to understand, even though we want it for everyone, even though we know that it can benefit people so beautifully, whether it is from a health or wealth standpoint. We know what it can do for people, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's for them. And it doesn't necessarily mean it is for them right now. So the community that has joined, and I'm recently new to this space with Anna, and coming in about a week or so ago, the thing that has been immediately noticeably different for me coming into this space with previous network marketing experience is the energy of the space and the flow and the ability to just be and have the opportunities come to you, as opposed to chasing people around, trying to get them to understand what you're saying. Like, that just doesn't exist in this space. And that is why I never thought in a million years I'd be back in network marketing again. This is something that just made so much sense to me because of how it felt. So Anna and I have done a lot of talk about what does it mean for people when it comes to business building, and how do we simplify this as much as humanly possible so that you're not reinventing the wheel. You're not having to chase people, because that's not what this is about. That's literally like counterintuitive to what energy actually is. You chase, you're going to create friction. That's not what we want. We want attraction. We want people to come into our energetic fields, and because they feel us, they feel what we're doing. And that's the beautiful part of why this product is so brilliant. I look at network marketing as a brilliant business model, but when you combine it with a product that has energetic components to it, to me, this changes the game for network marketing. So I just wanted to say that before I jump into the question. So thank you to Rebecca for keeping track of all the things coming in. I think as far as the science goes, as far as like explaining the actual science, ladies, what's your thoughts on this? Do we tackle this with video sent out to those people who are inquiring about specifics? Because that can be such an enormous conversation, especially when you're getting into like actual quantum physics of how this teeny tiny device emits 10 quadrillion fulfilling different frequencies to support us. Would that be the best route to take, Anna, is to supplement with some videos from some of the scientists on the team?
I love that. And we have access to all of those. They are ready to go. So I think that would be the best way. Absolutely.
Okay, amazing. Question coming in. Question are, how do you run frequencies once you have them? So I'm just trying to make sure I understand this right. Monitor outcomes. So once you run a frequency, how do you monitor the outcome? I think is what this is asking. Anna, would you be best to take that one?
Sure. So essentially how it works is you run a scan. I'm also seeing Bluetooth questions coming in, so we're going to answer that. But so first you run a scan, and what the Healy is doing is analyzing your energetic blueprint. And then it shows you the top programs that are in resonance for you in order to come back into balance and back into coherence. And then you choose those frequencies. You choose the program with those frequencies to run. So what happens is, let's say that we choose the energy program, because that came off as highest resonance for me. That's what I need the most right now to come back into balance. Once the program is loaded into the Healy through Bluetooth, you turn it off. You turn off the Bluetooth because the frequencies are loaded into this device. Then you no longer need the Bluetooth in order to run. The other fascinating thing that my mentor taught me in day one, because it was definitely a legitimate concern for me, although I am working on my cell phone, and yes, I have EMF protectors, but literally this is my business. I create wealth through my iPhone. Let's be honest, we live in a digital world. Is that by running these frequencies and by targeting the energetic realm, we are strengthening our bioenergetic field. We are strengthening from that foundational level where our bodies can handle more of everything that is outside of us. And then when she said that to me, I was like, holy fuck, that makes a lot of sense. Sorry, Shay's mom. I love my F-bombs. And I was like, this makes sense. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
Awesome. And there's some questions coming in. I'll try and tie them up into one question. Difference between this and things like amp coil, neurofeedback, biophoton light resonance theory, therapy. Shay, would you be able to touch on this simply because you're kind of in that whole healing world yourself? Do you have any experience with these things, or can you speak to the difference between the Healy and these more traditional forms of frequency therapy?
I'm going to say yes and also no at the same time, that I can speak to it.
I think we got Costa Rica Wi-Fi. I'm just going to say, if France, by chance, if France, you're in the chat, I know you're an expert on this as well. If you can tune in, that would be amazing. And if not, we will find the response for you.
Okay, I'm going to come back to Shay because I think the Costa Rica energy just took out our Wi-Fi. Okay, Christy's answering the pricing question that just came up too. So check the chat for this one. There's multiple different options, and the big deal right now, guys, is that it's 50% off until the end of September, which was another big reason why I was like, yeah, let me in now, please, because I can see the opportunity here. Someone asked, I think this was answered in the chat earlier. Is it a specific unit for each person, or could a family share a unit?
Share a unit. So essentially I have myself loaded as a client. My husband's a client. My dog is a client. My 2 baby girls are a client. Our plants are starting to become clients because we can run frequencies to plants for anyone who loves their plants. So yes, you don't need multiple devices for a household. One device will do. And I will also just state this as I saw it in the chat. There are 5 different models. They are the same device. The difference is the amount of frequencies that are loaded into these devices. So most of anyone who's purchasing the device this month and last month, the professional is the top, the be all end all, that has 10.1 million frequencies. The next one down is the Resonance Plus. Those are the 2 models that we really recommend. We know individuals, we know partners who've purchased lower devices, and they simply don't have all of the frequencies. They don't have the Aura Scan. They don't have the coaching app. And then it's kind of like FOMO, my device doesn't have that, then I got to buy it as a membership. And that also leads me into, at this stage, as we launch the Canadian market, there are no membership fees. There's no enrollment fees. The customer program and the member program are exactly the same. So if you're thinking like, I want this device for my family, I'm not interested in the business, I fully honor and respect that. Those programs are the same. You might as well put yourself into one of our organizations. Let us build one side of your business. And maybe in 5 years, you're going to be like, whoa, I need to build this as a business. You're going to have half of your business built for you. So I also saw, sorry, Sarah, I'm just diving right in. I saw from a network marketing standpoint, what is the comp plan? So this is a hybrid for those of you who do understand network marketing compensation plans. If you don't, we got videos to take care of you. But if you do, this is a very simple binary plan, left and right. The unilevel part of the comp plan is how we rank advanced. And then we have a fast start bonus during the first 30 days. Now, also keep in mind, we are from a business standpoint dealing with a higher ticket item. We're not selling $50 vitamins or, $40 shakes or $40 oils. We're selling a $3,000 device. So become obsessed with the device. And then you're going to be fascinated to share it and know that the wealth building opportunity comes fast and furious because we're dealing with a higher ticket item.
That's something that really spoke to me too, as someone who is kind of in the network marketing field of selling things that were on the $120-ish price point. The time that it takes to build that type of business volume, this is like a totally different stratosphere of network marketing, in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to go through a couple questions because we're going to try and be respectful of everyone's time. I am going to give directions on like, what on earth do you do next? We'll take 2 more questions. Someone asked if it works on animals, what you just said, that you run your dog too. So that's like, yes. And even plants. Okay. So pets and plants. Yes. Pricing has been answered. Business model you covered. What do we have here? Concerns about who has access to the data as it involves an app. Told this isn't valid, but the same was said for 23andMe, but the data was sold recently. What are your thoughts on this, lady? Because I know that this will be a real concern for people who are concerned about like where their information is sitting. I have a lot of trust in the founders, in the fact that they are focused on conscious entrepreneurship. As soon as someone uses that word in my space, I have an immediate understanding of the type of human they are and what they stand for. And that's what gives me comfort, because it is something that does kind of come on my radar when I'm using things on my device. That's not something I'm naive to. But Christy or Anna, do you have any thoughts on this, or any comfort that you could provide to who asked the question here?
I think it's a great question. I'm more than happy to bring it to our upline. We are working with incredible lineage who have been doing this. I did not mention this, but Healy's been around for 4 years. So it was launched in Germany 4 years ago. So as I spoke about the ground level opportunity in Canada, just keep in mind, it's not a brand new company. So the growing pains have been figured out, which I think is really phenomenal. So we get to open up a market that now the company has 4 years of experience. So let me bring that question back. Again, I feel full confidence. It's something that obviously I pay attention to as well. I feel like everybody in this group does. I do see the numbers going down. So I will just say, please reach out to the person who invited you. You will receive an automated thank you email reminding you to follow up with the person who invited you, ask your questions. They'll have access to us to support them in asking those questions. We can give the pricing details, all of that. But if you're feeling the pull, if your intuition is saying, yes, this makes so much sense, this is what I've been meditating on, this is what I've been praying for, reach out to the person who invited you and know that you are connected to every single one of us, as well as the top leaders who we have full access to. Okay. Just know that you are fully supported in this community. So I'm going to pass that back.
Yeah, thanks, Anna. That's a perfect segue for what I'm going into. I do just want to address the question that came in the chat here. The scientists of Healy are far more qualified to respond to the scientific questions. So we're not passing the buck here. If people do have real questions about like how this works at the quantum physics level, we will support you with information and training directly from the scientists, because they are the ones who are qualified to provide that information. We are not. So if that's something that is important to you, please connect with the person who sent you here to be able to support you with receiving that information. And with that being said, this is the end of our call. So we've had so many people come into this space, and we know that there's like a tidal wave of interest that is brewing with this opportunity. If you came in specifically with me, you're going to get an email about 10 minutes with what to do next. So hang tight in your email. If you were personally invited by someone in this space, reach out to them, send them an email, send them a DM, say, this is interesting to me. This is something I want more information on. This is something I want to talk to you about more. This is something I would love to learn about more. This is something we got to get on a call about. That's exactly what we're all here to be able to support you in getting started with this opportunity, or just to be able to help clarify some things that you have questions about. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for being here, and just thank you for being open. That's something that's so special for all of us, because we know that when we're bringing something new into a marketplace, it can come with a lot of questions and wow and whoa and what. So the fact that you were just willing to receive everything that we provided to you on the call, That's really, really important to us. And I think I can speak on behalf of all of us that we're really just grateful for your presence and your interest in what we had to share with you tonight. So thank you so much. And Anna, that's all for me.
Thank you so much. And know that you are fully taken care of. Whatever questions you have, we will have those answered for you. And again, thank you for your beautiful energy. Thank you for being here. And Christy, anything to add?
No, thank you, everybody. This was awesome and excited for the ripple effect of all that is in motion already. So thank you so much.
And remember, focus on your frequency to create quantum waves. Love you guys. Have a beautiful evening and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.